Welcome back to The Explainer. So, today we're diving into something that is honestly truly special. At first glance, what we're looking at is your classic vibrant travel vlog. It documents this totally chance meeting between an Indian YouTuber and a Belarusian creator. They actually met briefly in Rishikesh, kind of bonded instantly over their cultures, and then reunited for this sun-drenched road trip across Bali. It's got the whole shebang, the stunning landscapes, the fun banter, spontaneous adventures. But right beneath the surface of all this lighthearted fun, there is this magnificent hidden narrative just waiting to be unpacked. Okay, let's dive into this because this is where things get absolutely fascinating. I want you to think of this whole travel experience like a giant iceberg, right? Above the water, it's all smiles, scooter rides, and exotic scenery. But down below, man, this adventure hides incredibly deep emotional currents. We're going to map out exactly how a simple, goofy trip through Bali systematically peels back its layers to reveal these profound stories of shared grief, healing, and honestly, the deeply human need for familial validation. Well, it all starts with building a bridge. These two initially bond by just enthusiastically comparing their cultural touchpoints. On one hand, you have Belarusian traditions, things like the banya, which is this family sauna activity that involves these herbal leaf rituals, and comforting foods like borscht and that fermented drink kvass. And then on the flip side, the conversation naturally flows into the high-energy, kind of festival-like atmosphere of Indian weddings. They talk about India's heartwarming hospitality, where you literally treat a total stranger like immediate family. It's so cool because it beautifully captures that universal joy of just sharing who you are. It's surface-level bonding, sure, but it builds absolutely vital trust. And, a big part of building that trust involves bravely trying some new, slightly crazy things together. Like bravely tasting luwak coffee. If you don't know what that is, it's this famously unusual brew made from beans that have been, well, excreted by an animal called a civet. And it is insanely expensive, like 5 to 6 times more than your normal cup of joe. So they're sharing a laugh over the completely bizarre reality of drinking animal poo coffee, navigating those super strong flavors together. It's light, it's funny, and it totally sets up that carefree vibe we all love in travel content. But it's not just about the food. They actively lean into the local Balinese culture, too. They make a point to learn the language, picking up words like suksmema, which is the native Balinese word for thank you. As they're wandering around exploring the island's unique Hindu culture, picking up these phrases isn't just them being polite. It actually shows their shared openness to the world around them. They're soaking up the environment, which kind of prepares them, and us, really, for a much deeper connection with the island itself. And that exact openness leads them straight to this beautiful Hindu temple that has some incredible local lore. The legend goes that the god Indra struck the ground with his stick and holy water just sprang right out. Sick people would come, drink this water, and through pure belief, they were healed. Now, you might be wondering, why does this matter for our explainer? Well, this holy water ritual is all about purification and cleansing. And it serves as this brilliant thematic bridge because the emotional cleansing that's about to happen between them directly mirrors the physical cleansing happening at that temple. Now, what's truly fascinating here is the sheer power of a single, simple question. Right in the middle of the waterfalls and the sunny scenic drives, one of them just asks, "What was your sweetest childhood memory?" It sounds like a super standard innocent travel question, right? But this is the exact moment the entire vibe pivots. It completely shifts from a standard travelogue into incredibly vulnerable territory. It's a great reminder that asking a really sincere question can literally change the entire depth of a human connection in seconds. So the Belarusian creator answers first, and she anchors her memory to a very specific number, 2 meters 5 centimeters. For those of us using the imperial system, that is roughly 6 feet 7 inches. This towering height belonged to her beloved father and her brother. She paints this incredibly vivid, loving picture of these two giant, protective figures in her life. She links her absolute sweetest memories to their literal and figurative, immense physical presence. She says, and this is a quote, "I felt like the princess in between of them. I felt that right now I'm here, but at some point this moment will be just a memory." It's just this remarkably poignant image, right? Her walking down the street, tiny compared to her tall family members. But the real emotional gut punch comes right after she says this. She reveals the tragic reality that both her father and her brother have actually since passed away. The towering figures of her childhood are gone, leaving behind only the profound sweetness of that specific memory. It's just breathtakingly honest. Then, in this really beautiful moment of contrast, the Indian creator Abhi chimes in with his childhood memory. And his story is just hilarious entrepreneurial mischief. Coming from a family that actually owned a real car, he totally confused his entire neighborhood by secretly hawking his expensive toy cars on the street for a measly 10 rupees, all just so he could go buy 2 ice creams. This funny, self-deprecating story perfectly balances out that bittersweet nostalgia we just heard. It gives us a quick breath of fresh air right before we shift into his own hidden pain. Let's actually track how this builds over time, because looking at his journey reveals a total roller coaster of resilience and heartbreak. Back in 2019, he started his YouTube channel by going on Omegle just to practice his English. Fast forward to 2020, he's stuck in his room getting absolutely 0 views, no traction at all. Then in 2021, terrible tragedy strikes, and his father unexpectedly passes away. But then, just a year later in 2022, his channel wildly blows up with him playing characters like Jack Sparrow. His massive breakthrough happens literally right after his devastating loss. He achieved his wildest dream. But the one person he wanted to share it with the absolute most wasn't there to see it. Which leads to this absolutely stunning emotional realization. I'll be confesses to her, deep down I feel a sense of like, oh my God, that's like my dad validating me now. The emotional weight of that statement is just immense. Through this one conversation, these two creators who come from completely different continents and cultures discover they are so deeply bonded. They share this profound human experience of seeking validation and feeling the continuous, invisible presence of the parents they've lost. It is a striking, beautiful moment of pure, unfiltered connection. And this brilliantly illustrates the true depth of what we're actually watching online. Let's break down the hidden layers of his viral Jack Sparrow character for a second. This persona wasn't just some random choice. It was inspired directly by the movies his late father constantly played at home. And get this, the pirate outfit physically included his mother's personal touch. She was the one who applied that signature eyeliner for him. So what looked to millions of viewers like a silly, budget-friendly comedic bit is in reality a profound, deeply personal homage to his parents. His massive internet success is quite literally built on his family's foundation. Which brings us to the core takeaway of our explainer today. The overarching truth here is that life is wildly unpredictable. Behind every lighthearted internet persona, behind every viral comedy bit, and every sunny travel video, there might just be a profound story of love, loss, and familial inspiration. This completely validates our iceberg theory from the beginning. The content we endlessly scroll through on our screens so often acts as a vibrant surface, hiding immense human depth, resilience, and shared grief just below. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Next time you laugh at a viral video, what beautiful, hidden grief or tribute might you be missing? It really changes how you look at the creators on your screen, doesn't it? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep looking beneath the surface, and I'll catch you on the next one.